What up, guys? It's your boy, old producer. Today I want to be heading to a bikes and breakfast event, so let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm headed to a bikes and breakfast event. Oh shit, potholes. It's just outside of NYC. This is the entrance to the GW bridge and all that. So basically, the first Sunday of every month, this place called the Market, and it's on a route called 9W. There's a motorcycle meet. I've never been to it, but I've always passed by it, like either riding, you know, motorcycle or on my road bike, right? Cycling road bike, pedal bike. 9W is the place for cyclists. I compete in a road racing race every year called the Grand Fondo New York. It's for road cyclists, roadies, cyclists, whatever you want to call them. 9W is a great stretch of road. I mean, it's a route, right? As you see, here's the cyclist doing this training run. You're going to see a lot of these cyclists, right? As you guys seen in other videos, I definitely love riding this road. It's just because, yeah, it's perfect for motorcycles. It's perfect for cyclists. You guys can see, and this is actually the route of the Grand Fondo New York race. So if I'm not on these two wheels, I'm going to be suiting up in spandex. What's good? Hitting my road cycle and shit. On my road bike, rather. But today, yeah, we're just going to focus on getting to the Market at 9W. Bikes and breakfast, motorcycle gathering meetup. I normally just like to ride, but heading to these bike gatherings is cool too. See everyone's bikes and shit. So guys, I want to talk about the hate of motorcyclists towards cyclists. Like, I don't get it. I know some of you guys cross over, but you know, I go on a lot of forums and all that, and I see a lot of motorcyclists looking down and talking shit about cyclists, right? Like seriously, I see posts where it's like, man, these cyclists think they own the road. And like, yo, they come out of nowhere and shit. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. It's kind of very hypocritical when I see these posts. As a cyclist first, I got into motorcycling because I was a cyclist first, right? Living in the city, not having a car and all that, like having a bicycle was my only means of transportation. So it's all about perspective, right? People hate cyclists because they just seem to come out of nowhere. When you're a pedestrian, right, and you're crossing the street and you see a cyclist just come out of nowhere, or you're a car and they just come out of nowhere, it's like, it's the same thing when we're lane splitting on motorcycles, right? When we fly by a car, obviously they don't expect where we're coming from, right? And it's so crazy. I see these posts from these motorcyclists, like, these guys don't know what they're doing, they don't shoulder check, they don't do shit, which is true. I mean, there's an idiot on every type of vehicle, right? You'll find an idiot on every vehicle type, right? There's idiot drivers, idiot cyclists, idiot pedestrians. There's all that type of stuff. So, damn, they're really out in full force today. So we're in the early morning on a Sunday, and we got these cyclists here. Much respect to them, because like, they're just as exposed as we are, and they're wearing way less gear and all that. So, but what I want to discuss is, like, you know, there's definitely some, I don't know if you want to call it elitism or whatever. It seems like, you know, the bigger the bike, like, people will look down on shit, right? If you, for instance, if you're on a motorcycle, or yeah, you're on a motorcycle, you're going to look down on cyclists and scooters. But if you're on a scooter, you're going to look down on a cyclist. If you're on a 300, people on the 600 are going to look down on you. And like, if you're on a leader bike, people are going to look down on 600s. Like, I see this mentality a lot. And you know, there's this sort of elitism within motorcycling. It's like, oh, you got to be on a big bike, you know, it's got to be high powered, and this and that. Anything less of that is just like, you know, a measure of, you know, your manhood and shit. You know what I'm saying? My perspective on things: if you're on two wheels, man, I'ma automatically give you any sort of respect, man. We're all in the same family here. Our common enemy, to be real, is cars. You see, if you're a car, you're flying by, they can take out all these cyclists, and they're going to, and don't get it wrong, they look like they're going slow, but I bet you like half of the motorcyclists, a good majority of the motorcyclists cannot do what these guys on these road bikes are doing. When you climb a mountain on one of these bikes, the physical effort to freaking go uphill and like just the endurance, like I really didn't have that much respect, to be honest. Well, okay, I have a lot greater respect for cyclists after I started training for this Grand Fondo, New York, which is a 100-mile race to Bear Mountain and back. And as you guys know, I go to Bear Mountain a lot, especially, you know, as you see in my earlier videos on my 300 and all that. And yo, going there on a pedal bike, the accomplishment of just doing that is just, it's crazy. You feel very accomplished. Like, I was able to do this on my own, shit, I stalled, guys. But I was able to do this on my own power, right? So that's a big accomplishment in itself. As you see, this is 9W, guys. It's a lot of a great open road, and there's a wide shoulder for the cyclists. And you'll see this road is meant for cyclists. You'll see in some signs later ahead that we gotta share the road, guys. We gotta treat our cycling brothers and sisters all the same and all that. Like I was saying, guys, like I don't understand the hate. Like, I talked to one of my friends, and he's like, yo, you're into cycling, right? And like his honest reaction is like, and he's seen pictures of me and stuff, like geared up in spandex and shit, you know. Like, I get it. The look, the spandex look is not a great look, right? Like, we're just walking around in spandex. But let me tell you, oh, here's a group ride. This is fun too. These group rides with these cyclists and shit. Trust me, I've definitely been on the other side. Like, I'm like using my two legs powering me going through these roads, and all I see is a motorcyclist zipping by. And I was like, yo, that's cheating. He's using an engine. It's like cheat mode, right? You definitely need some fitness. So I'm going off on a tangent. So back to my story about wearing the cycling kit, right? Before I got into road cycling, I definitely looked at cycling kit, the spandex and all that. I looked at it, I'm like, shit, man, I can't wear that. And trust me, I was that guy just wearing, you know, the baggy shorts, the t-shirt, going on these training rides, doing 100 miles and stuff, like 100 mile, like 70 something mile training rides, and I'm like, fuck, I'm chafing here. This shit is uncomfortable shit. You produce a lot of unnecessary drag. And seriously, the first training ride, I got schooled by these experienced cyclists, right? It was a step-by-step process. I didn't have foot retention, which is clip-on shoes, which has your feet clipped onto the bike for more pedaling power on your upstroke, right? So you can pull up. So I learned all about cycling, the proper gear. Just like motorcycling, you need the proper gear and shit. Like, I was basically a squid on a road bike, right? Not squid, but like, yo, you don't come on a road bike wearing baggy shorts and a cotton t-shirt and no foot retention, right? When I actually got back from that 50 mile, I think it was a 20 something mile training ride, right? This is the first time I was training for the Grand Fondo, right? I'm like, yo, my ass was just like torn apart. Like, okay, no homo, guys, but the chafing and shit. I was wearing like boxers, baggy shorts, and like when you're cycling up and down with your legs and you have loose fabric and it's rubbing against your ass for like 20 something odd miles and shit, and there's sweat, your ass is going to be raw after that fucking ride. And believe you me, I learned my lesson right away. I was like, okay, I quickly went to YouTube. Shout out to GCN to teaching me a whole bunch of shit. That's a great cycling channel to learn like all the basics and shit. I went on GCN and I was like looking, I was like, why is my ass like this? And it has to do with friction and loose fabric, blah blah blah. There's a reason why people wear this kit, right? Cycling shorts, they have built-in cushion, and you can actually put some kind of cream in the chamois, which is like this soft thing that touches your rear. And you're not supposed to definitely wear underwear in cycling shorts. That's a big no-no. So shout out to GCN to showing me the basics and all that. But not only that, I stopped wearing cotton. I got the spandex, the elastic and all that. And damn, it was like night and day, guys. Like once I got a proper kit, I could never go back. If I'm doing a long ass distance ride, I mean, for casual stuff it's okay, but if you're doing hardcore rides with group ride, training rides with people that know what they're doing, yo, you better come correct. So there's definitely a reason why they wear that kit. It's for aerodynamics, and it's to prevent chafing and all that of your ass. You don't want that raw ass, guys and gals. So flash forward, you know, a few of my bikers friends, you know, they know I'm into cycling and they see me in this kit and I'm like, yo, that's like mad gay, dude. It's just mad gay. I was like,
we're not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, of course not.
I mean, it's fine if that's who you are.
Absolutely.
I mean, I have many gay friends.
My father's gay.
I'm like, dude, it's mad gay to you because you don't understand it. And until you've actually fucking climbed the mountain, did 100 miles and back and shit on a bike, then talk to me, right? You'll be wishing to be wearing spandex and shit. So it's all relative, guys. It's all perspective. So I don't mind people talking shit, right, about, you know, when you're amongst friends, right? You guys talk shit to each other. It's all good fun. But like, if you talk shit about something you don't know about, it's just totally idiotic to me. So I don't understand the hate of, or not the hate, but you know, the elitism of some motorcyclists just looking down on fellow two-wheelers. You know, like even the scooter riders, right? If you're on the Vespa, it's like, oh, you're less. That's not a bike, you know. Hey, if you enjoy it and it's on two wheels and you're still feeling the open air, you're still feeling the freedom, you're not in a cage. Trust me, I'm a car guy too, guys. It's just so much easier to be in a car, climate control, relax. There's not much effort to drive a car, right? You don't really have to pay attention to them. It's just like autopilot. Even these rollerbladers, trust me, in high school, I mean, I used to be in rollerblades in middle school, but by the time I got to high school, we call them fruit booters. Damn, they were in sync, shit. They got that stroke in sync, but yeah, guys, don't knock other people's hobbies and sports until you actually live it, right? But even if you do try it out and it's like, whatever, this is a passion for us. Just like some people in cars, they look at us, right? They look at us and they don't understand our hobby and our sport. Every hobby and sport has a passion and a dedication to it, and that requires time and effort, right? So these guys on a Sunday, they're doing their thing, they're training, and I respect that. And you see, like, there's no more shoulder here. You gotta share the roads with these big ass cars, especially these trucks and shit. But yeah, we're getting close. Well, a little bit close to this Bikes and Breakfast on this 9W. So it's a popular stop for cyclists, and on the first Sundays of every month is a popular spot for motorcyclists. So we gotta go check it out. I've actually never went. I've definitely went there with cycling groups, just, you know, as a stop on a training ride to grab breakfast and all that. It's a cool hangout spot. But I'm telling you guys, like, there's a thrill on road cycling. Going down bare mountains at 55 miles an hour on a downhill, flicking around on a freaking carbon fiber, full carbon fiber frame road bike, just nothing in freaking, just wearing nothing than elastic and a little helmet. They give you some perspective how hardcore these guys are. When you go downhill full speed, like you can hit 50s. Some people reach 70 miles on a freaking road bike going downhill, man. That's like the equivalent of going freaking a buck 30, 40 on a bike. I mean, maybe not, but oh shit, look at this. Look at this dude. He's beating me. Respect. I'm on a freaking motorcycle. This dude just blew past me. I gotta give these guys some road. Because, like, literally, we're pushing these guys off the shoulder, and they're in the most danger in here. See, they're in the tuck. See, this is the same principles, guys. They're in the tuck, and that dude just blew past me. He's like, yo, fuck this motorcycle, dude. And, yo, respect, bro.
Put some respect on it.
Respect. Because, yo, I ride this shit on a bike, and I blow past cars and shit, and it's the greatest feeling. And to blow past a motorcycle on this shit, it's pretty dope. Okay, so we're coming up on the 9W. So we're gonna definitely want to take a look. Oh shit, so this shit is like full on. It's definitely, you guys can see, as you guys can see, it's crazy. There's no parking at all. As you guys can see, the whole crew here. I want to see if there's any parking whatsoever, but we're gonna look for it. All right, guys. Gonna take a walk around, see all the bikes. A lot of classic bikes. S1000RR. You got some classics. Ninja 300, that's the shit right there. Yeah, there's a good variety of bikes, some classic bikes.
Next is probably, for the winter, it's probably going to be my swing arm, and then I may do,
just taking a walk through. All right, another S1000RR.
I know, I like rainbows. I do like the rainbow.
First Sunday of every month. Bikes and breakfast. You guys heard it here first. And of course, we gotta welcome the cyclists, the road cyclists, guys. We're the same community, share the road. We're all brothers and sisters on two wheels. So until next time, this is your boy, Il Producer, signing out.